I was not ever doing that again.
Good day, Galaxy. Shake it up, shake it up.
We here.
You guys are so funny.
Hello.
Holy shit. It ain't C3 penis face and R2 dickhead.
Hello there.
Dickhead.
Looking. Found someone you have, I would say.
We need to get Matt on the show. His voice is in our intro forever.
May the force be with us. Fucking A.
Good day, Galaxy. What are you gonna do? Pissed?
I was going to switch it up for once and do the thing.
Oh, you can try it. Go.
Good day, Galaxy.
I don't like it. It's kind of a...
Everyone's used to your voice too
Scared.
anyway, so it's fine.
What's up? I'm Opar.
Commander Cody.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Rogue Squadron Podcast. Go follow us on some shit. Rogue Squad Pod. We're done with it. Episode 93.
We got it. See? What
See
happens?
See?
I'm Commander Cody, and this is also Commander Cody. Check it out. Check it out. All right, I'm done.
Check it out. So what happened? It's pretty fucking cold out.
It got really cold today. I was not prepared for it. I didn't expect it. I wasn't ready for it.
We had decent days last couple days because it was like mid 40s.
Yeah.
Mid 40s, high 40s. So it was actually decently nice. And then
Good
I woke up
walking
this
weather.
morning and it was like 20. And you're just like, man, I was getting used to the other shit. Let's go back.
It's easy to get tricked too because I have the garage. So like when we leave the house, we go in the garage. I have no idea what temperature is outside. And I left
Right.
with a spring jacket on pretty much. And then I got out of the car and I was like, what? I'm on Hoth. What the fuck happened?
Cold.
If it was snowing, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
When it's this cold in Ohio and it doesn't snow, I get pissed.
So
But it is what it
does
is.
everybody.
But now we're inside podcasting. Everything's all good.
There's just no snow. It's supposed to snow, I think, tomorrow. So I got to drive to Cleveland.
Oh, no.
So it could be feet of snow up there, but I don't know what the fuck to expect.
It's
So
always wacky up there.
we'll see what happens. So what's going on in today's society? Oh, did you know? I know we're not fucking hockeypodcast.org, but did you know the Columbus Blue Jackets are on like the best winning streak?
I didn't actually. No.
I think it's 15 or 16 game winning streak for the NHL. The NHL record is one more.
Really?
So
Wow.
if they win, I think
Pressure's
tomorrow
on.
night they tie the all-time record of winning. They're the number one team in the league.
That's ridiculous.
So we
Ohio is like, fuck everyone.
fucking
We're coming
killing
back
it right now. But yeah, but like the Cavs, obviously LeBron James, they're gonna be good. Ohio State's always been good, except for that last fucking game. But
Yeah, right.
Indians,
game,
they're
yeah.
up and down, and they just kind of they did better than expected. Made the World Series. It was great.
A little better than expected.
The Monsters, which is the
Lake Erie.
like the
Yeah.
the Lake Erie Monsters, which is like their AAA team
Hockey.
hockey, won the championship this year.
Mm-hmm.
But like in Columbus, there's nothing but Ohio State.
Right.
So when someone does well,
Yeah.
like the Blue Jackets, who weren't even a 500 team last year, I don't think.
Well, we don't have a major team in Columbus. We have Ohio State. The only major team,
Crew,
the only major league is, yeah, I guess that's true.
Columbus Crew,
Columbus
Blue,
Crew and the
Jackets,
Blue Jackets.
Ohio State. Yeah.
Well, Ohio State's college, so.
They're bigger than all the other ones put together.
True.
Except for the Cavs.
And we have the Clippers, but again, that's like AAA, AA,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
So that's kind of fun.
That's
Cleveland, the Cavs are playing tonight, I think. Oh, whoop, whoop, Cleveland. Oh, I pressed some shit. I got my Cleveland socks on because I'm red.
Podcast deleted on accident from Cleveland stupor.
Stubborn assholes. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to Cleveland High. If you guys didn't know, we record out of Columbus, Ohio, but we're originally from Cleveland.
my God.
The breast steak on the lake. The breast day of my lake on my...
Shut up.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. If
Tickle
you
Man,
guys
welcome back.
are listening to this after the fact, you guys can catch us live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch. I think we gave up on Twitch, so just YouTube. If you really want to catch us live, just go to YouTube, Rogue Squad Pod. Everything social media is Rogue Squad Pod as well. So run on over there and do it. Do it! Do it. Bop it. Twist it. Wow!
Do it.
Oh my God, bop it jokes.
All right.
You're pissed. So we got a beer today, and we did a quick recap episode before we started recording this one. And our beer wasn't cold when we bought it, so we threw it in the freezer, and I'm not 100% sure it got cold enough.
I think it's cold enough. It's not as cold as I would like it to be.
Well, let's drink it real quick.
You know what we need? Next upgrade for the studio? I got a futon. One of our buddies is giving us an old futon. Mopar can do this weird thing where he burps and hums a note at a different frequency. So he's like burp harmonizing with himself. It's hilarious.
So today we've got... Go ahead.
I was going to say, we're getting a futon. And the next upgrade, I think we need a little mini fridge. So when it's time for the beer review, I can go, hey, here's a beer.
By the way, I have a mini fridge at my parents' house.
Well, bring it the fuck on down.
I don't know if it'll fit my car in the coupe.
Try harder. Strap to the
She'll
ceiling.
she'll have to sit in...
As long as you're
the
not
trunk.
eating teriyaki while you drive, I think you'll be okay.
Oh, God. She can feed me the teriyaki this time.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. So this week's beer review, we've picked up Golden Road Brewing, which is made in La. I don't know where La's at, but...
Laos?
Golden
Do they mean Laos?
No, it just says La.
La. Okay.
Wolf Among Weeds IPA. It's 16 ounce, 1 pint. Oh, my God, guys. I have to tell you something. Commander just fucked up. Commander opened his beer and then tried to look at the side of it like it wasn't open, and it just poured all over the studio. We gotta shut this. My loins are soaked. I can't believe it. All the cops that pulled me over on the way home.
Loins on the podcast.
Loins. I was trying to burp it.
Loins. It's not
Oh,
a big
man.
deal. It's half a sip.
It's half a sip. Okay. Golden Road Brewing, like I said, Wolf Among Weeds. IPA made out of La. It's 8% alcohol, ABV. Let me see. Ooh, I can smell it. It's a strong IPA.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't have anything on it. What, does the box have anything on it? So it's a 4-pack. Comes in a 4-pack.
God damn it.
This episode's fucked.
Quit it now.
Dude, can you not smell it? It smells like flowers.
I smell my hand.
It smells very floral. I'm excited. It smells extremely floral. It smells loyal. All right, sniff test.
We're not pouring this one out?
I'm good with the can. I always like the cans, man. It smells very floral.
Yeah.
It smells very IPA, so I'm excited. It smells very good.
The last few IPAs we've had were very citrusy, not very floral. This is just a bad idea.
Earthimum. And so...
I'm pouring it out.
I seriously... Yeah, I might have to, too. Tap 2. I might have to K2SO.
President Daft. I don't know what happened.
Ooh, it looks interesting. It almost looks like a monster.
You look like a fucking monster.
Monster?
Monster, Annie.
Make it home quick!
That was the... I wish I was up against the mic.
Biggest outburst ever.
Make it home quick!
Awesome. The head on this looks extremely bubbly. As we pour it, the bubbles are all over the fucking place. At least you can see it in mine. The
You
head
find
on
any
mine...
good info on the box or
there's nothing. It's made in
8%.
La.
brewed and canned in law?
Brewed in Canada La.
8%.
8%. Golden Road. There's some weeds and there's a background.
Faux tabos.
I'm surprised at the head. Sometimes I try to get a good head on it, and sometimes it doesn't happen. This one actually gave me a good head, and I'm surprised at that because of it's an IPA. But I still got a little dribbles over here and here. All right, we're just gonna go for it. Cheers, tech. Check. Drink check. Interesting. It's pretty good. Wow. Whoa. What is smoothing it out?
It's
It doesn't
funny.
have the bite.
that it looked so bubbly, but it's not that bubbly. It's not that carbonated.
It doesn't have like a bite of an IPA. Interesting.
It's like, it's really weird because as you finish the sip, it feels like it's going to give you a bitter aftertaste, but then it just like rounds itself out and it disappears.
Yeah.
Like it's gone.
It's actually not that bitter at all. Like you get some up front, but then like Commander said, it's just kind of gone.
Like here's the bitterness. No way. Fuck that. This would be really good for trying
someone
to get
didn't
somebody
like-
into IPAs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're beer fans, but not really.
Ever had Heineken yet? Never heard of it.
Tickleman says, what? No?
Never heard of Heineken.
No. Maybe Heineken should send us some to talk about.
Never heard of them.
Nope.
Never heard of him. Send us the beer. Save the podcast.
Guys, we've been talking like Saw Gerrera for weeks.
Girl, grab me a beer. Save the Mopar. All right, guys.
This is really good, man.
It's good. I was expecting a little more, but I'm not going to sit here and shit on it because I haven't got a really good taste. But I'm focusing on the bitterness. Are you getting a floral still, like in your sips?
Floral, yes. Focusing on the bitterness, but it's not giving you what you expect, which is very interesting. And it also does not taste that strong for being 8%,
It's very true.
which is really nice.
So it's kind
And
of
dangerous.
what IPAs always do. It's either extreme bitterness or extreme alcohol, and this one kind of rounds off both aspects of them very well. So
Yeah, they usually attack you.
in one way or another, or
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes the bitterness and then the alcohol kick you right in the taint. Taint funny, man.
Taint bitter.
Do it. Save the taint.
Shut it down.
Shut it up.
No, it's I actually like it a lot, man. It's really drinkable.
Yeah, and it's like we said, if you're not a huge IPA fan, you don't like the bitterness, like my mom, I've been trying to get her to drink different beers. And like the wheat beer, she's like, I don't know, I don't really like it because it's not Miller Lite.
Right.
I'm like, come on, try
Right.
something else. And I gave her something else. She's like, hey, it's not Miller Lite.
Yeah.
So just like, okay, I'm going to give you an IPA. And I told her straight up, it's going to be bitter. Just the most bitter thing you've ever had, times 2. Like, just get ready. I don't like it, it's bitter. Like, oh my God, Mom. I
Yeah.
get it. Like, if
Yeah.
you really truly don't get it, but if you really truly don't like it, but we said the same thing. Just expect the bitterness more and more, and then you all of a sudden, when you know what to expect when you get into it, it's not as crazy as you think. So,
I feel like someone needs to develop a
chart. A
a
step-by-step
chart of like
process.
yeah, like an order of how to get into certain beers. Because I remember Tommy Boy didn't like IPAs for a long time. Whether it was because of the type of hops or there was too many hops. But if you just introduce it in the right way, then it's all the rage, you know? This is a really good starter IPA.
Oh, we were just messing with you, Tiggleman. We know what Heineken is. We've had plenty of Heineken. Heineken!
Get your hand off my Heineken.
Your Heineken? You're hammered.
No, not yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot Tiggleman. Is Tiggleman the guy from Belgium? Or
Tiggleman.
don't we have a Belgian follower?
Jarno.
Jarno comes in, talks shit. I'm from Belgium. Goodbye.
Twitch. I'm from Belgium. Fuck Belgium. Fuck you. You're right, though. That's kind of what he said last
Goodbye.
episode. Shit, man.
So what are we leaning? Are we done describing the beer, or you got a little bit more, or what?
No, I mean, we pretty much hit everything. It's
you think it's-
floral. It's not that citrus. It starts to give you the bitterness after it's in your mouth for a little bit, but it doesn't leave you with a crazy aftertaste, which is good. Because a lot of people with IPAs, that's one of their biggest complaints is that after I'm
just
done
sticks
drinking the
with you.
beer, I'm just chewing bitterness in my mouth.
Yeah. Is this cold enough?
I don't think so. It was almost there. It was close. It'd probably be more delicious if it's cold. I don't know enough about the science of beer, how the cold. You know how some things, if they're hot,
Mine is still bubbling like crazy. Maybe it's the type of
I think it is.
bottle.
I think
Or
it
the
is.
type of glass.
I'll try this one out of the can. Oh, God damn it. You know how for spicy things, the temperature of it can affect how spicy it is?
No.
Never experienced that? Like if something's very hot, it could be more spicy than if it was cold. I wonder if there's anything like that for beer.
Tigum is from the Netherlands.
What up, Tigs?
What's up, Tig Tig? Awesome. Thanks. You're always tuning in. It's awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. 'Cause
It's
like
1:30, right?
1:30 in the morning.
Get the fuck to bed, man. Keep watching us.
Keep watching us in bed.
I like it a lot, man.
Are you moving into a rating already?
I'm moving towards 3 territory.
Oh, I can't.
Really?
No, absolutely not. I'll go 2. I was thinking 1. That's where I was borderline. Because this is not. I'm surprised you even said that. Because this is not like an amazing beer. We didn't sit here and go, holy shit.
Well, true. I guess I'm maybe looking at it from along the lines of it is kind of an everyday drinker because it's not as like Columbus IPA is one of my favorite beers, but it's like 7.6, 7.3, and it's really bitter. I don't have it every day. Like it's really strong. It would be a mistake if I had this every day, but I probably could because it doesn't leave you ruinated.
Ruinated?
I'm safe on 2.
I'll tell you what, if I buy this and take it home and my mom likes it, we'll retrofit a 3 to this.
Retrofit. Retcon a 3 rating onto it.
Yeah.
If it converts her into the IPA world. Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good for non-IPA fans if you want to try to get into IPAs. Just like a fucking chipmunk for a second. But I think it's a good everyday drinker, man. It's smooth.
It is smooth. It's easy drinking.
It's surprisingly smooth for 8%.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it is. Yeah, I agree.
We'll say 2. Our rating system, which you can hear more about on past episodes, is 3 down to 0. 3 obviously being the best, 0 being an abomination to the world, and this is 2.
This is stew?
Stew.
Stew pickles.
Stews.
Stews pickles.
It's a 2.
Guys, shut up. All right. So coming up on this episode. Ooh. Interesting.
Hey!
Okay.
That's weird.
Coming up on this coming up on this episode.
Cupping up?
Clupping on this episode. We have a Rebel Season 3 Part 2 teaser. We got to see some Maul vs. Kenobi. We got some see Saw Gerrera. We got to see some Thrawn.
We're going to talk more about that later.
We're going to talk about that more later.
In more detail.
Topics of discussion. Kylo's last name article from our Instagram. #pissed.
People got out of control on this one.
I don't understand why people got so pissed. People don't understand it's Leia Organa.
I think they were confused as fuck. We'll get into that.
It's not Leia Skywalker.
I know.
It's
They
Leia
didn't
Organa.
understand.
General Organa.
They did not understand. Also, news this week: Woody Harrelson is up for a role of Han Solo's mentor in the Han Solo anthology film. So we're gonna get into that. And
Big Woody Harrelson.
the last thing is, I mean, it's certainly a topic of discussion. You know, it's like 31, 32 years old, but some people don't understand that the Bothans were only involved in the plans for the second Death Star.
Many Bothans died.
People are getting pissed, and the author of the Rogue One novelization is just sick of it, and he was talking shit to one of the fans, and I thought it was hilarious.
Crazy side note. I don't know why I thought this because you said talking shit. Have you seen the recent Wendy's tweets?
No,
They are roasting people.
Really?
So whoever's running the Wendy's, Wendy's fast food. They are roasting people
I
on
don't really
on.
follow many fast food restaurants
I've
on
seen
social.
it buzzing around on Facebook. They have been straight roasting people, and when like the media's asked Wendy's, like,
Yeah.
did someone hijack your Twitter? They're like, no, that's us.
That's us. Fuck you.
Yeah, because some guy,
That's awesome.
Someone was just like, Wendy's trying to act all fake. We know your shit's frozen, and then Wendy's was just like, have you never heard of a refrigerator? What the fuck you talking about?
They must have hired you to run their fucking social accounts.
Oh yeah, and one of them, people were trying to troll Wendy's, and they're like, at Wendy's, where's the closest McDonald's? And then Wendy's like posted a picture of a trash can. And I was like, God damn, they're going at it.
Shots fired.
Dude, I
That's
love
hilarious.
it though. That's how people should be. That's how, who cares?
Yes.
Oh, you're offended? Don't eat our great food.
What?
Never frozen fresh.
This episode brought to you by Dave's Triple.
Dave's Triple Tomato Lettuce Pickles. I love it. Oh, shit.
You didn't mention the burger at all.
Dave Mustaine Pickles.
Can we do that?
Oh, we didn't say what I wanted to say on the fucking 2016.
We'll say it now, man.
Dude, the best thing that happened in 2016 outside of the movies, Metallica's fucking record. We've been waiting so long, and none of us knew what to expect.
8%.
I was so like
Happy.
I know Rogue One was going to be good. They could have been bad at it, and it was still going to be good. There's going to be great action. It's still going to be good. Metallica was kind of on that teeter-totter where, like, it could have been bad.
We had St. Anger and then Death Magnetic.
could
We're
have
like,
been
guys,
bad.
Careful.
Well, we had a big dive. We had a big dive for Saint Anger, and then Death Magnetic was like that an upswing, but we're like, it could get worse. They're 50. They're getting old. They're trying too hard with the Death Magnetic. It could have been bad, but
Yeah.
it was amazing, and I listened to it again today, dude. The whole album. I have it on my Spotify. I have it on repeat.
Yeah.
It's heavy without being thrashy, which is where they should be in their lives. It's so good. They're great songwriters. Ugh, I love it. Moving on.
Well, just really quick. That goes back to our conversation on the last episode about how ratings and reviews are different between different fans.
Yeah.
Because some people probably listened to Saint Anger and loved it. And it's one of their favorite albums.
Yeah.
There's some fringe people out there that are like, that's my favorite Metallica album. For the time they heard it, the age they were, whatever was going on, you know what I mean? Which makes it really interesting because when I hear people say that Rogue One was awful, and when I hear people, usually older fans, say that Rogue One is their new favorite Star Wars movie, it's just, I don't know, it gets my mind buzzing about how ratings are different for everybody.
So let's talk about this because when I was at work today, we were mentioning Rogue One, and my boss hasn't seen it yet, and I've been cussing him out.
You spoiled?
Like, dude, what the fuck, man?
You spoiled it for him?
No, I didn't.
You should have.
Death Star plans. But he was
Star Destroyers.
You know, he was looking up ratings, and he said it's been consistently getting a decent rating.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about Rotten Tomatoes, and he said he saw recently a list of the top most rated differently. How do you want to say that?
Like where the critics rate it low and the fans rate it high?
Yes, it was the biggest difference in rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
And he was naming off some epic fucking movies
Yeah.
that Rotten Tomatoes said terrible.
Batman vs. Superman.
Batman vs. Superman's one.
Yeah.
Boondock Saints is a legend. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 20. The customer reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 97.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, people were trying to shit on it, and everyone's like, that was a fucking epic movie. What the fuck are you talking about? But it's just like, it gets my mind buzzing about, like, people just say things to say things. Some critics rate it just to be critics.
Yeah.
Everyone's gonna love it. I'm gonna shit on it because that'll get the world buzzing, and I'll be famous for shitting on
Well, it'll get
something
you more
that's really
clicks
good.
on your article.
But can you just be a critic? And I hate the critics that are. I hate Star Wars. Let me do a critique on Rogue One. Terrible. There was lightsabers and it's in space. Fucking hated it.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, douchebags.
Like,
I've never said that. Douchebox.
That's awesome. I can't. I understand the viewpoint that if you're not a Star Wars fan, it may not have been the best and most satisfying movie ever.
Sure.
I get that because there's a lot of fan service and there's a lot of, throwbacks. They're playing off that nostalgia that all the older fanboys have. I mean, all the fanboys have, but especially the older guys.
I also get that, like, if you make truly just an amazing movie, whether you're a Star Wars fan or not, you like, most critics should like it. But like you said, Rogue One was a very obvious fan movie. Like, if you're not a big Star Wars fan, and that's kind of, I didn't think that at first, But it was really, if you didn't know what you were looking for, you weren't going to scream out when you first saw Tarkin. You weren't going to first scream out when everything. Like when you first saw Darth Vader, like all that. When you first saw the Tantive 4, you're like, what the fuck? I know that. Or the KOTOR references. The more and more I see it, which I've seen it twice, but the more and more I think about it, it's just like, yeah, that was definitely a fan service. Yeah. And if you weren't a big Star Wars fan, you may not have just understood everything and why it was great.
Right. Yeah, and that's why we were, if you watch our original reaction video that we have on social, we were super, super pumped about it. Because we walked out of the third act, it leaves you so stunned and amazing, especially the last like 2-3 minutes. And there's so much fan service that fans are like freaking out about what they've seen. You know what I mean? All the pieces that you try to put together in your head about what's going on in the background of A New Hope, what's leading up, how they get the plans, all that's coming to life on the screen. So it just leaves you stunned.
It's kind of, why would you go see Rogue One if you're not a Star Wars fan? That's my
Star
question.
Wars.
But even knowing the littlest thing about the movie, this happens before the first one. Well, I've never seen the first one, so I'm just going to go and watch. It was terrible. I didn't
Star
know
Wars,
Death
man.
Star plans. What the fuck is that? Like, dude, you should go see fucking Doctor Strange and go to bed. Like, shut up.
Well,
Pissed, dude. I'm sick of people shitting on stuff just to shit on it.
but they might not be, because we've heard people that they're not big Star Wars fans from a movie-only perspective. Like, if you're not a huge Star Wars fan, you go into Episode 7, and it's really fucking great. That's like the opposite. Rogue One and Force Awakens are kind of opposite of each other. For Force Awakens, it's extremely well made. A lot of character development, a lot of emotion, and fans are pissed because it copied A New Hope in a lot of ways. And the flip side, Rogue One is so different and so raw, but you miss all that stuff that makes an actual movie great. So they're kind of mirror versions of each other.
Yeah, they're both great. They're both great.
They're both great for many reasons. But just back to the Rotten Tomatoes thing that you were talking about. Rotten Tomato critic rating for Force Awakens is a 92. Audience is an 89.
So it's very close.
It's very close. It's like, it's a fucking solid movie overall.
Okay, go to Rogue One.
Okay.
And then go to Suicide Squad.
God,
Suicide Squad, there was a big difference too. A lot of critics absolutely fucking hated it, and the customer reviews weren't that bad. They were still pretty bad.
Rogue One's still good. Critic rating 85, fan rating 89.
So fans liked it more than the critics.
I was actually expecting a lower critic rating.
So that kind of makes sense to your point, where if you're just a movie critic, you're going to like it a little less, but all the fans liked it a little more.
And it kind of skews it that way.
I'm proud of you, man. You made sense today.
I made sense today. Even with 8% beer, thoughts can be had.
What were we saying?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
But no, I've watched Force Awakens. This sounds a little eccentric, but I've watched Force Awakens probably 5 times in the past 3 weeks. Most of it in the background, but I've had it on. I was rearranging the studio and stuff, and it's just been on. I think it's a much better film than Rogue One.
Now, I'll give Rogue One a big high five for experimentation on the soundtrack. That soundtrack to Rogue One was interesting. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't as like epic and flowy. It was almost like jumpy at you. It was battle. It was battle just by. That's exactly. That was the Jin's thing.
He recorded that for the score, right? I mean, I really do commend them for going out on a limb and doing this first. This is the first thing that's gone away from the trend. Even though it's before A New Hope, it's gone completely away from the trend of Star Wars.
When are we going to get a movie without a Skywalker? That's the question.
Well,
every single movie has had a Skywalker.
Well, I guess if you count Leia.
Or Vader. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Every movie has a Skywalker. Every movie has R2-D2. Every movie has C-3PO. And if we're really going to base Star Wars off something, it's got to be the repeating characters. We've got one crazy fucking badass who's a whiny bitch in the early ones, but he is the Star Wars. I don't care what anyone says. He's not in 7, though. You see his mask, I guess. Mm-hmm. His helmet. But even like the legend of Darth Vader is still so relevant in 7 that it's just like that is Star Wars. Then you have like those two, and I don't mean to call them bumbling idiots, but those we can get into that a little more detail. But the two droids, man. What the two droids bring to Star Wars is kind of confusing to me. Like, is it supposed to be funny? Because there's certain points where I feel like R2-D2, because we don't know what he says, it's like snarky asshole. And then sometimes I'm like, maybe he was just like trying to help out. And 3PO's a snarky asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we don't know. And that's kind of like what K2 does. Like, you can tell when he's being snarky because I can understand the fucker. And his, dude, it's like his, what do you call them, mannerisms? Like the way he's turned, you could see emotion in this emotionless character. And it's kind of stunning. And it's the same thing they did with R2 and Chewie, where it's just like when Chewie's dancing, he's obviously happy. And then when he's chirping and doing weird things, you can tell he's like bubbly and happy.
Yeah.
Same thing with R2, but you know the meaning behind words with K2.
Right.
So there's so much more of a connection.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I'm just kind of confused. Like we've talked about it before. Where does droid start and stop? Like we have HK who can do everything. Then we have IG-88 he lives his own life. Then we've got the fucking pit droids on Tatooine who just are bumbling Three Stooges idiots.
Right.
Like, where is it? Is it all programming? Can I upload a sexy stripper into a droid and it's gonna give me attitude?
Just
when
get
I
a Twi'lek for that.
Yeah, well,
I don't know, man. Back to the original point that you were going for was why the fuck is R2 and 3PO in every single movie? The first time I saw Rogue One, I cheered. I wouldn't say cheered. I was like excited when I saw R2 and 3PO. But at the end of the day, they don't have a purpose. They don't need to be in there.
It's the same
didn't
thing
make
with,
any sense.
with the two Mos Eisley fucks.
Yeah. I don't like you. I don't like you much either.
Or is it Anchorhead? I always get it wrong.
Mos Eisley.
Mos Eisley.
Yeah.
Anchorhead's KOTOR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Luke mentions Anchorhead.
Yeah, as far as Anchorhead.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, it was cool to see, but it didn't need to be there. Whereas when Finn is trying to find something in the Falcon and he randomly picks up the probe droid, it fits. He's looking through a bunch of old supplies and it happens to be there.
Not only fits, you could miss it and it doesn't change a fucking thing.
Right.
And if you catch it, you're like, oh, I know that.
Right.
But like my mom's sitting there is like, oh, that looks like a Pokeball. And just like, that was Mom. They have Pokemon there too. But yeah. I don't, I'm
fine.
just.
It's fine. I love it.
The
Rogue One's
references
sweet.
in Rogue One were completely unnecessary. Outside of Vader, Tarkin, and Leia, completely unnecessary. Now, the
Well, if
ghost,
you're going to say reference, there's a lot of references.
the ghost doesn't matter. It's not a part of it. It could be there and it could not be. Like the training droid.
Right.
It could be there. It
The
could not
Ghost
be
and
there.
Chopper.
It's
Yes.
fine. That stuff fits.
That's the definition of an Easter egg. Is how the Ghost and Chopper were put and the General Syndulla over the radio. How that was put in Rogue One, that's the definition of an Easter egg. That's what it should be. Having an actual shot of R2 and 3PO. Oh, they're going to Scarif? What the fuck? Like, that's obtrusive to the movie.
yeah.
You know? It's obtrusive to how it's actually supposed to be. The Hammerhead Corvette from KOTOR. And the fact that you see an episode of Rebels where Leia donates Hammerhead Corvettes to the Rebel cause.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like that's Easter eggs that only true fans are actually going to know. But if you don't know about it, it's just a cool ship in the movie.
Well, the C-3PO and R2 thing were really pushing it because even non-fans were like, yeah.
Hey, did you see R2 in the fucking screen?
Right.
Yeah.
But the whole Mos Eisley, I'm wanted on 12 systems. If you weren't really looking for it, you may not have even. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw that, I was like, "Why did that happen? Who are they?" Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I just thought it was a little cheesy that he said his own fucking lines.
Hello from Moscow. What's up, man?
What's up, man? You have a Star Wars in Moscow?
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 I don't know. Does Putin allow it? Pissed. Oh man, but I don't know.
Moral of the story is Rogue One's still fantastic, but as a film, a little less so
For
than
Rogue One?
things like Force Awakens. Yeah.
Moscow, Idaho. I thought you just like fucked up with the ID at the end. That's awesome.
that's fucking
Welcome
incredible.
from Moscow, Idaho. There's Zabrakiss is from Idaho, isn't she?
Alkali's from Idaho.
Alkali.
Zab is from Utah, and they're right.
That's why they're together all the time. Right there. Well, welcome. Thank you, Guy, for tuning in from Idaho.
All right.
There was something I wanted to do.
Talk about.
Well, there's a little game I want to play. We can play it now, or we can wait. If you want to talk about this stuff first, that's fine, because I'm not really sure. I didn't watch the teaser. Let's talk about the teaser first.
All right, let's talk about the teaser. So,
And then we're going to play the game. So stay tuned if you want to hear a fun game. Yeah. It's not going to be fun. It's going to be disturbing.
pissed. So Rebel Season 3, they started doing the thing that all the new TV shows are doing, like The Walking Dead, where they'll split a season up into 2 parts.
That's dumb.
So they take like a 3-week break, whatever. Which I guess if it's around the holidays, that kind of makes sense. So basically, Rebels took a break. They're coming back this Saturday. By the time you heard this episode, it's already aired. Whatever. The trailer came out, and there's a few big things that we're going to see. So the first and most unimportant is Thrawn is still active in the season, which we kind of assumed. That's probably one of the coolest little expanded universe things that's come back, is that Thrawn is in Rebels.
I don't know how or why, and I wasn't lying when I said I watched like 3 or 4 episodes into season 3. I don't know how or why I missed Thrawn. Maybe it was like the one thing I looked away, went up, took a piss, and came back, and Thrawn was already off the
Should
screen.
watch them again. They're short.
So, where are we in Rebels? It's after episode 4?
We are about 3 to 4 years before
Episode
A New
4.
Hope. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
basically what's
Thrawn
happened is
already introduced prior to the original trilogy, and he's not in any of them. He's not even mentioned. That's
you got to
insane
think
to me.
that he doesn't take over until after Palpatine's gone.
But why? Like after Moff dies on the Death Star, he should be right fucking there.
We don't know how it's going to play out.
Well, his story is interesting. I know a little bit about it because, like you said, after everything crumbles, he kind of just takes off.
Yeah.
So maybe he just didn't have the opportunity for promotions are few and far between in the Empire. We don't fucking know.
Well, he's a really interesting character too, because you know how the Empire is all white British guys, and he's a chiss. Like he's an outsider entirely, and the fact that he's at high of a rank as he is intense. But I mean, the fact that he just gives me hope for expanding the universe content being canonized.
Well, it gives me hope that they're gonna start grabbing the good stuff from the prequels.
Yes.
Like you see you see like Trandoshans with Bosk, and you see the IG-88s. But that's like that's the only 2 things outside of the fucking Sarlacc pit and Jabba.
Well, Maul's back. You said prequels. Didn't you say prequels?
That's what I'm saying, but they're grabbing that and putting it in the original trilogy and saying that stuff exists because outside of Jabba the Sarlacc and Bosk, who you see, and you see his feet, but that's all you see.
Well,
when you
Maul's
go
back.
to the
Maul's about to get a
prequels,
comic. Yoda's about to get a comic.
we would sit there and talk for weeks about how many species we see in the prequels, and that's why.
And some
I'm
people
not
would
gonna
say, well, that's not what's awesome about Star Wars.
I'm not gonna sit here and
I know.
it's tomato, man. If you want great
Potato
if
orango.
If you want great characters, go to the original trilogy. It's a compelling story. But if you want to just get crazy answers, ideas, new species, new worlds, people dying, war,
Conspiracies.
yeah, go to the fucking prequels.
Yeah.
If you want to watch a walking carpet get fucking screamed at by a Princess Brat, well, then episode 5 is your thing.
It's a really interesting thing, actually, because I was listening to some of those interviews where Lucas was bitching about Force Awakens, that the fact that they basically copied his original movie.
Yeah.
His overall point, though, I see both sides of it. His point was that Disney decided not to take a chance.
Okay.
I get that. And the fact that he took a chance with the prequels and
I wanted to try to get that. Probably sounded disgusting. My eyes are watering.
Terrible. The fact that Lucas took a chance with the prequels and they only half paid off is maybe reason why Disney decided not to. But Disney played it safe. They made I've heard it called a soft reboot. They made basically a new version of A New Hope storyline. Mm-hmm. And now that they've made an amazing movie, they've established new characters, they've won all of our
doors
hope.
open.
Well,
Yeah.
which is fine.
No, that's why they did it.
Yes, exactly.
Soft reboot.
They earned our trust.
Here's our shit.
And now it's time to fill in all the gaps with everything
Yeah.
else. But that was the point, of Lucas complaining about. It was like, they're not taking risks as storytellers.
They killed Han. You
Which-
couldn't kill Han.
But
they
now
killed
they're,
Han.
and then exactly what Stupendous said though. They killed Han Solo, but now they're having his Han Solo anthology film. It's the second spin-off film. So they killed him off, but they can't fucking survive without Han Solo in the galaxy. So he's back. Which it's gonna be amazing. We're just bitching because we're fanboys. It's fine. I love Star Wars. Everything's great. It's all great. This is great. What are you doing?
I'm doing chat only.
Yeah, make sure. Talk to these fucks. Moscow, Idaho. I love you. Anyways,
he
so back
left.
to the Rebels season 3 trailer. So we're back.
Idaho.
The trailer. The trailer. So we got confirmation that Thrawn is still kicking. We got Saw Gerrera is in the mix. We knew he was already in Clone Wars. Now in Rogue One,
You know how quickly that dude's becoming like a main character?
which is awesome.
It's interesting. Great.
God damn it, I'm pissed. Well, it's because and it gives me hope for all the other characters because you go into Rogue One. This is a good thing, and it's also a bad thing because if you're not a big Star Wars fan, you don't give a fuck about these extra characters. But when you go into Rogue One, you like a few characters, and everyone dies. Things like Saw Gerrera coming back in Rebels, they give you a backstory about these characters. So you actually get more information about them. You get to connect with them before they die in Rogue One, which is awesome. So Saw Gerrera's coming back. It gives me hope that they could make a comic about Cassian and K2 gallivanting around as rebel intelligence officers, whatever. But Saw Gerrera's back in Rebels when it comes back Saturday. And the big one, Darth Maul has been hunting down Kenobi, and Maul and Kenobi are gonna fucking face off.
Well, you know what the fuck's gonna happen?
Kenobi's gonna win.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna go fucking have a beer at the cantina.
Yeah. Rouge won.
Laugh it all off.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
But I thought that's fucking sweet, man.
So
I'm still conflicted on the Darth Maul thing. But
Yeah,
the
I
fact
just-
that they're going to meet up and duel, it's going to be pretty sweet. What?
like that shouldn't even be a thing.
It's a little silly. Like I said, I hated Maul in Clone Wars. I actually do like Maul in Rebels, but I'm still conflicted about that.
Oh,
The fact that he's back at all, I'm conflicted. Is this the Mopar that you've heard so much about?
God no. Yes, sir.
It's him.
No.
All
Yeah.
right, continue.
No, just the. Why does? Oh, I feel like they're digging. They're digging at this point. Oh, you know what would be great? Is what if we just keep Maul alive forever, and then forever him and Obi-Wan will fight forever.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds dumb as hell. Oh shit. You need a smoke show on a guest. Well, pissed.
I'm conflicted between I'm pissed that he's still around, but the way he's presented in Rebels I actually like.
But when do you think he's the strongest? I think he's the strongest in episode 1. I think he's furious. He's got the direct training of Sidious. Now I feel like the reason being, yeah, but it's not just a fucking Padawan.
I understand.
Ahsoka
but at
couldn't
the end of
beat
the
him.
day, it's a Padawan.
Ahsoka couldn't beat him.
Fuck that.
He killed Qui-Gon. Obi-Wan was the exact only person at like Obi-Wan's age that could have defeated him.
I don't think
And it's
Qui-Gon was
because-
a big fighter.
well, no, he wasn't.
He was a living force motherfucker.
But it's because. Oh, what's up, Chainsaw?
Chainsaw!
Represent.
We're talking about Darth Maul.
And being a fucking hoe. No, I shit on him because he's still there. I still like.
I don't shit on him. I shit
shit
on
on
the fact
Disney.
they brought him back because the prequels suck, but the fans love Maul, so let's make him fit.
Well, like I said, that's the kind of the Disney thing. Let's make money. Maul's a great character.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I think it's annoying at first. If we've learned anything from the cancellation of Legends and Expanded Universe, they're doing it for a reason. They canceled all the EU.
Name that
Everyone was
reason. Name the
pissed.
reason. Name it. Name it.
I'm about to name it. They canceled the Expanded Universe before Episode 7. Everyone was pissed, but now that we've seen that they are giving us more Expanded Universe, new canon stuff, bringing back other Legends characters that make sense. Thrawn is back in the mix. I'm willing to bet that the Old Republic stuff is going to be coming back in the mix, because if Disney bought Star Wars and they didn't want the Old Republic around, they would not let BioWare keep making DLC for the Old Republic game.
You truly think that Darth Maul in Rebels is stronger than Darth Maul in anywhere else?
No, I don't mean that. I don't think he's strongest in Episode 1 because he was still young. He was still an apprentice, and he got killed by a fucking Padawan. I know it's Obi-Wan, but
It's
he's still a
Obi-Wan,
Padawan, man. Well, he didn't get killed. He got decapitated because
Yeah.
he's still alive. I keep saying that.
Well, that makes me irk in my Star Wars heart, because the fact that he lives through getting cut in half and thrown down a chasm makes me think the Emperor's obviously still alive.
That's a point too. And that we've talked shit about Dark Empire because I do not like that storyline at all, and this just leaves a wide gap for them to bring back Palpatine. Which, I mean, if I see Ian McDiarmid in a movie, I'm not gonna be pissed about it, but I just don't want the fucking Dark Empire shit to come back into canon. But I don't know. I like Maul's character in Rebels the best because
he's an interesting character, and he talks, and he has a
he's
personality.
interesting. Yes, exactly. Well, we see that he tried. He was an apprentice. He got screwed over. He was extra pissed about being cut in half and almost killed. He used his rage and tried to start a crime organization and get back at Kenobi. And all of that anger and rage just led to more upset.
But
and
it's
now
like
he's taking
he had a brother, and all of a sudden there's like a family, and then there's like,
That's not in. Yeah, I'm talking about Rebels right now.
I know, but
I
I'm
hate
pissed about.
Savage. He's one of the worst characters ever.
I don't hate him.
I hate
I
him.
thought he was an interesting character.
No, he's not.
Did he need to exist? Absolutely.
He's a Darth Maul clone because Darth Maul looks cool. What?
I said, did he need to exist? Absolutely. No.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Oh,
Let's pop in the
quit
chat for a
looking
second.
at me. So the chat, we've got the chat TV screen right here. We've got the camera right here. So I am staring at you because you're beautiful. You're beautiful. Final test for Anakin in front of Sidious to determine if he's worthy of being his apprentice. Let me read that again. Final
about
test
six?
for Anakin in front of Sidious. Against who? What are you talking? Is this Dooku? What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, against Obi-Wan maybe? But that's not in front of. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Jason did say, though, Jason from Sidetracked, the Emperor got thrown down the shaft and then the Death Star exploded. So Maul got cut in half, fell on the shaft.
Well, then
and then
name-
everybody left Naboo happily.
Then how did the two motherfuckers get out of the Mos Eisley dudes get out of Gehenna before it blew up? Whatever the fuck the place was called.
Jeddah.
Jeddah.
I don't know.
You better watch.
Actually, Boxerless. It's a hard name to say, dude. You need a new Twitter handle.
Bosk?
Boxerless Bosk on Twitter. Actually, he read the Rogue One novelization and said the evacuation of Jeddah took course over 3 days. So when we see all the transport ships and the Star Destroyers leaving Jeddah City in Rogue One, that takes course over a few days. So by the time they see them, they have 2 days to evacuate and fuck around.
Yeah. Okay.
So I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it just leaves open the possibility of some of that bullshit.
Kerner was saying more towards the end of episode 3, if Anakin uses his hate to avenge Qui-Gon's death, I don't think that makes any difference.
He only knew Qui-Gon for like a few weeks
Yeah, and he was a creepy old guy that bought him,
and tried to bang his mom.
bang his mom.
I didn't come here to slaves.
I'm stopping that. Let's move into, because this is pissing me off. So we've Maul became not fucking crazy too quickly. I extremely agree. Like Maul in episode 1 was,
He was
a
fucking
rage
crazy in
shot
Clone Wars.
down. He was insane. He didn't even speak. He was so mad in episode 1. Unless we'll fuck him. Okay, and then that's basically all he had. But then he goes over, kills a Jedi Master, and you gotta believe that in the Legends books, he kills quite a few goddamn Jedi.
Yeah,
and it's brutally.
Yeah.
So he kills Qui-Gon, and he's just fucking pumped. And then this little, hey, don't do that. And then you have him beat, and you're taunting him, and you get cut in half. I feel like you should just, well, he kind of does keep that rage through the Clone Wars stuff because he's a crab and he lived through getting cut in half. He's at his trash planet and he literally, I don't even know how it happened, but he gets that like lobster torso.
Yeah.
But then like when he hits Rebels, just like, oh, this is what I should do.
Because
And
he
you're
saw
like,
that all
whoa,
that
whoa,
anger
whoa,
and
whoa.
rage shit didn't work.
But we've never seen that before. We've never seen someone just, oh, Sidious fucked me over. Let me just, I'll probably.
That's why I like
let me
him
read
in
some
Rebels.
books. Let me read some
That's
books.
why I like him in Rebels, man.
Take a nap.
He's got to
and
wait
go,
for an
and
apprentice.
go find my own apprentice.
That's why I like him in Rebels, man.
I get it because he's different. I get it. But I agree with the beautiful guy on Twitch here from Idaho.
It's not too quickly though, because
Dude, it's
episode
just,
1. No. Episode 1. Then you have 20 years until the Clone Wars.
Oh, I see. So Idaho's saying from the Clone Wars to Rebels, because so in Clone Wars he's
That's still like 13 years.
yeah.
Rebels starts like 5 or 6
But why?
before A New Hope.
I feel like everyone else would just boil in that hatred.
Because he tried that twice and it didn't fucking work.
Yeah, but you're on the dark side. Once down the dark path, forever will it? Fuck.
Unless you're Revan or Maul. That shit wasn't working for him. He's not going to keep doing it. Keep getting new legs. His fucking medical insurance is outdated.
Keep getting new
He
legs.
can't get it every single time. It's just, I don't know. I like him in Rebels. He has personality. He has a motive other than, oh, fuck Kenobi.
No,
That's
I
it.
think I'm not mad that it's happening.
Right.
I
don't think it was quick.
How do I say it?
I don't think it was
I'm not
quick.
mad that it's Jesus. I'm not mad at the character that they created.
Yeah.
I'm fine and I'm happy with the character of Maul
Yeah.
in Rebels.
Yeah.
The transition's kind of weird. The fact that he's still alive is fucked. But I'll deal with it because he's kind of cool now. And he's trying to he's conniving all of a sudden. He's calculated,
Yep.
which is weird because usually you have Savage, Asajj, and early Maul. They were all raging bulls and they were all assassins. They all get cut down. The only one to live is Maul, and now he's a calculated imbecile.
That's why
a good
they
word.
always got used by their masters. Because their master...
But Vader knows he's getting used by Sidious. Vader knows he's not.
No, I'm saying, if you notice, all of those guys get screwed over by their master.
Yeah.
Savage gets screwed over by his brother.
No, he doesn't.
Asajj gets screwed over by
doesn't
Dooku. Maul gets screwed over by Sidious.
Yeah.
They don't have enough foresight to see the overall scope of things.
Neither
like
did
Sidious
Dooku.
does, like
Neither
Dooku
did
has.
Dooku.
He kind of did.
Whoa,
He
neither
half
did Dooku.
He half did.
Do it.
He half did.
Oh,
he just
yeah, I
didn't
saw it
know
in his
that
eyeballs.
Sidious was a motherfucking badass motherfucking bitch.
I saw it in
So-
his eyeballs.
So Maul's trying to go that path, and the transition might seem fast in the shows, but you got to remember there's 14, 16 years between Clone Wars and Rebels, so the transition really wasn't fast. I mean, that's over a decade. So
I want to give a shout out to everybody who's watching us live because that's awesome. We've got good
love you guys.
conversation going on. So let's move on to our second to last topic. Well, we got two more.
we got a few more.
Well, Kylo's last name article from Instagram. So if you guys are following us on Instagram, Commander posted an article about possibly we've been thinking Kylo's last name is Solo, but should it really be? Could it possibly be? Well, that doesn't make sense.
Well, the theory.
Go ahead.
The theory hinges on the fact that, and I don't know if it's been confirmed, so it's all speculation, but it was really interesting. So in episode 1, after her decoy moves for a vote of no confidence against the Chancellor, they put 3 new guys up for the vote. Palpatine obviously is one. The Malastare guy is one. And the third one is Bail Antilles, they say. So the speculation is that Bail Antilles is actually Bail Organa, and once he marries the Queen of Alderaan, the way they do things on Alderaan is that the queen side of the royal family passes down the name. So Bail Antilles becomes Bail Organa. That's the senator that we know as Jimmy Smits. And the Alderaan tradition is that the women hold all the power basically in the royal societies. So the whole thing passes down to when Kylo was born, should he be Ben Organa and not Ben Solo? So that was the whole point of the article. And the most interesting thing, besides Kylo's fucking name, I thought, was the fact that could Bail be the Bail Antilles that is mentioned in episode 1, then marries the Queen of Alderaan, becomes Bail Organa, and that's the senator that we know.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Princess Leia's mom.
Yeah.
Who is she? Why don't we see her? Why
She's the queen.
Okay. So that's where it ends.
Why? I don't know.
She could play a fucking crazy major role.
She could. She probably
if
should.
she was on screen
Yeah.
more than once at the end of episode 3.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. That's all we see.
Yeah. Baby. Death Star.
Biff Sticks is with us. Awesome. Thank you for tuning in, Biff.
Haven't heard from you in a while, man. Thanks for tuning in, bud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers for beers. Oh.
That's a good point.
Hey, man.
But it's just all speculation. Which it's interesting though, because if you think there's this Bail Antilles character, and it connects to Bail Organa slightly, and then the captain of the Tantive 4 is Ramus Antilles.
I have a theory.
What?
It's 30 years off, but hear me out. Hear me out. What if Bail Organa
Yeah.
and his wife had another baby, and they raised her, or him, specifically her, with Leia that we didn't see, and then that was somehow the offspring of like a Rey, or because that is such a stronghold of a family. He is another person who is in a fuck ton of movies. For how little of a part that he actually plays.
I love Jimmy Smits.
No, I like him too. And he plays a pivotal part. But he's probably got the most game change. I mean, he's like the beginning of the resistance or of the rebellion.
Him,
with
Padme, and Mon Mothma, yeah.
But least amount of screen time. Hey, is that a Jedi getting killed? You should get out of here. Shit, yes, I said. Oh, and then he just gets the fuck away in episode 3.
It's time to leave, sir.
So is Antilles like Smith in Star Wars?
Yes, and people were pissed because I heard Antilles and I was like, oh, maybe they're related to Wedge also. Antilles is a very common last name. So Wedge has nothing to do with the Captain Antilles from the Tantive 4 or the Bail Antilles from episode 1.
Are they at least from the
He's separate.
same planet?
No. Well, so Wedge was originally from Corellia like Han, but that was
Really?
Legends, and now he is a teenager, I think, in Rebels as an in the Imperial Academy. So that could change, but we don't really know. But I thought it was interesting that Ramus Antilles is the captain of the Tantive 4, who has Leia aboard his ship, who's escaping Scarif to bring the plans to Obi Kenobi, and you have Bail Organa, who, based on this theory from this article, could be Bail Antilles, Ramus's brother, his cousin, or something that married the Queen of Alderaan and became part of the royal house.
So the big pivotal change would be in the Star Wars universe, the women hold, especially in...
Well, not in the Star Wars universe, on Alderaan.
Oh, you're just saying... Okay. I didn't know if you were saying like matriarchies in general or
Not on every planet. I mean, every royal family, every society could be different. That was the whole point of the thing.
If you read the Bloodline book, it would debunk that whole theory. Leia is only a child.
Is an only child.
Yeah, but that doesn't fucking matter. Bloodlines doesn't fucking matter.
It's a new canon.
I hate it. Well, fine.
Oh, I think he was talking about your theory that.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, we posted this on Instagram. People were freaking the fuck out. Most of them didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. The majority of the comments were, Alderaan blew up. Yeah, thank you. I know that.
No, the other. Why?
Leia Amidala.
Yeah, her name's Leia Skywalker. No.
Dude.
No,
Read
it's not.
any piece of content for any Star Wars thing that's ever been created. It's Leia Organa. Princess
know
Organa.
where-
General Organa.
Is it just based off the fact that it's Luke's sister? Luke Skywalker, and they're thinking Princess Leia, Leia Skywalker. I mean, if I'm 6 years old and I make that connection, I assume the same thing, I guess.
I hope 6-year-olds aren't following us on Instagram.
Guys, if you're 6,
That would be bad.
stop.
Turning this shit off.
Put down the beer and stop listening to us.
Well, keep the beer. But
Go to the next thing. I'm
kidding.
done talking about.
Anyway, so
what
I
was
just-
the core? So we talked about Leia's last name, but how does that tie into Kylo's last name?
the core of the article was if the speculation proved true that the royal family of Alderaan passed things down on the woman's side as opposed to the man's. So the woman would keep the last name. So speculatively, if she and Han married, he would
Han
become
Organa?
Han Organa. And if they didn't marry and they still had a child, the child would be after her last name. So it would be Ben Organa. Interesting. Like I said, the more interesting part was the whole Bale and Ramis thing than anything else.
Idaho 7.
Does Kylo's last name matter?
Idaho's
I'm 7? Dude, stop.
No, thank you for tuning in. It's just
I love you.
we are X-rated.
R-rated.
Might see a boob or two.
You see one, but it's not on the screen.
Does that make it a prince?
This
is the best-
a prince.
This is the
I love
best
this guy.
7-year-old. You're my new
I'm adopting you.
apprentice.
My new Padawan.
Padawan.
Does that make Han a prince? Well, by the time they marry, Alderaan's obviously gone. And that was the big argument in the post. But I don't think that Leia...
Yes, thank you, Biff Sticks. Go ahead.
If Alderaan blew up, Leia could have kept her traditions and customs from her family. That was the whole thing.
But it doesn't change anything. Character is the same.
Which is fun.
All right, guys, we're gonna move into our second to last thing that we're gonna do. Everybody is pissed about many Bothans dying in Rogue One or lack of. Can we, guys, sit down? Just sit the fuck down. Now stand the fuck up and get pissed. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
The thing that I'm amazed by is if you're a casual fan
Now,
and you've seen episode 6, if you're that attentive enough to hear the word Bothan in Mon Mothma fucking whispering shit, like if you catch Bothan from that statement, you should also catch that was only in episode 6 and not in episode 4.
So at our Rogue One event, there was a huge Star Wars fan there, and
Was it me?
I don't think you were there. But one of our followers showed up and was a big fan and was just like, can't wait, fucking wait. And I'm like, oh, we already saw the movie. And he's like, let me guess, many Bothans die. I'm like, no, 0 Bothans died. That's a wrong movie, dude. And he's like, nuh-uh. And even Butterclone was like, yeah. I'm like, whoa, guys. And then after the fan thought about it, I forget his name, and he's like, but Mon Mothma says that. I'm like, which movie's Mon Mothma in? Not in 4. And he's like, fuck, she doesn't come in until like 6.
Yeah.
So that's because I was just like, who says that? Mon Mothma. When's she in? Nope. Done.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh shit. I thought this was where I would see some Bothans, but
So everyone's pissed.
Sidetrack
like,
is pissed. Where we at? Bothans died. Biff Sticks. Idiots.
What the fuck does a Bothan look like? Well, there's actually Bothans in Battlefront 2. The superior of the Battlefront games,
It's like
one
a-
of the stealth characters
It's
is
like
a Bothan.
Bobcat looking fucker.
It is kind of look like a. Are you 7 insane fucker
7?
on Twitch right now?
Did you forget of one?
Do they have
17?
different laws in Idaho?
Are you 37?
Miss typo. You forgot the 3 in there.
17 team.
No, there's Bothans in Battlefront 2. They're the stealth character.
Yeah.
The fucking ray shred gun and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fucking annoying. If you know the word Bothan, you should be attentive enough to understand that it only came up in episode 6 and not in 4.
Now,
It's just annoying.
I get it. It's only annoying because I already know that there's no Bothans in it. If you didn't tell me and I sat here, I probably would assume the same. Bothans look like a walking dog.
Yeah, like an upright dog. Kind of like a dog face.
All right.
The most annoying part is that people are tweeting the screenwriter of Rogue One and the author of the Rogue One novel, and we're like, you didn't say anything about Bothans, man. You didn't bring up Bothans in your book. Like, I can't take 1,000 tweets about Bothans.
Who's I'm 7-year-old. What's his name? Sorry.
Look at my name. You really think I'm 7?
Does it say scrotum or something?
7 parsecs.
I can't see shit. Oh God. Standing.
We don't.
All right. Scrota. All right. That's offensive, and damn millennials.
I don't care what you say. You're the coolest 7-year-old I've ever met.
You're forever 7. You're like a Disney movie, forever 7.
Last thing, most current thing that we want to get to before any other random bullshit. Woody Harrelson has been announced as one of the casting options for the Han Solo movie, and he's pegged to be a mentor. Now, before we get into anything else, I don't give a shit about actor nominations for these movies.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who the actor is.
hate
It
it.
matters who the character is.
I hate it.
And how the actor portrays the character.
I agree and I understand, and at this point, I hate it. The same way I hated Ben Affleck being Batman. I'm
Same
like,
way we all hated Heath Ledger as the Joker.
honestly,
Right.
it is.
So I don't even want to say that I hate it. It doesn't mean anything to me right now because we don't know about the character. Now, Donald Glover as an early Lando, we already know Lando's character type. We can kind of imagine what he used to be like when he was younger.
You're right. He's creating his
That
own
makes
character.
more sense. Well, exactly. Woody Harrelson, we don't know the name, we don't know the backstory. All it says is mentor.
He'll
There's nothing
teach
to
him.
say.
He'll teach him how to throw down and dunk or pour a beer. Dunk a beer, hammered
Teach him how to play sabak.
or
Shit.
euchre.
Or Pazak. But I like Woody Harrelson as an actor. Never had a problem with him in any roles. I love Kingpin.
Really? Kingpin's terrible.
Kingpin's funny.
It's enjoyable.
It's early 90s.
It's the best.
So I really have no comment on it. We just got to see and watch it. Now, Forrest Whitaker's a pretty big actor. And he had a very small role.
He killed it.
He did kill it, but he had a very small role. He was on screen for, like 7 minutes.
All right, what I want to do,
What do you want to do?
we're going to play a little game. I want to play a game.
Jason said he was a great mentor in Zombieland.
Oh, we can also talk about the X-Men prequels. Have you seen them at all?
I would like to wait till I watch them.
Okay.
And I actually do want to. And now that you have, I'm going to watch them this weekend.
Yeah, I'll give you the first 2. I actually, for the first time, I bought the Blu-ray. I bought like the full set.
Yeah.
First
Second and third.
First Bang, Back into Bang Future. What is the name of them? First
I
Class.
don't know. First Class, Days of Future
Bang
Past,
and Future Past.
Apocalypse. Yeah.
So I watched the first 2.
Yeah.
Interesting. There's very cringe-worthy stuff, but no, it's interesting. I'll keep it at that. It's very interesting. I had some issues with a couple of what characters did. X-Men prequels awful. Look. I don't want to sway Commander's thoughts or Prism's at all, but it could have been better. But just watch it. It's watchable.
I've heard they're not great, and the trailer for Apocalypse looked awful. So that's already where my viewpoint was. But
Yeah.
I'm going to watch them.
Well, I'll tell you this.
And I'll watch them so we can talk about them next episode.
all right.
94.
Fair
94.
94. So what I'm gonna do?
All
this
right.
is the game we're gonna play.
All right.
It's kind of like a psychiatrist thing that they
Shit.
Give me the first word that comes to your head. When I say
My head or my mind?
loins.
Guys.
So I'm
The
gonna
scrota.
LOL da scrota. What are you? I'm da scrota.
I am the scrotum.
All right. So I'm gonna say a word, character, name, planet, and you say the first word that comes to your head.
All right.
All right. You ready?
I
All right,
guess.
I'm gonna give you a couple test things. Lando,
Suave.
Imwe,
Blind.
Tatooine,
Fuck.
R2,
Beep.
Vader,
Black. Sorry.
lightsaber,
Red.
Sidious,
Evil.
Utapau,
The first thing that popped in my head was, "There's no one here." Literally. Do I have to pick one word?
planet,
No.
Krennic,
White.
Mon Mothma, extra white,
Undertone.
many shit's gonna happen
All my soldiers died.
again. Still. Mom, that's a good one. K2.
Fuck you. I gotta pick one word. Shit. Yeah.
You.
I already said that for Tatooine. I've been thinking too long. I can't.
All right. Light side.
Bitches.
Obi-Wan.
Awesome.
Yoda.
Green.
Dagobah.
Swamp.
Jabba.
Gangster.
Sand.
Course.
Hatred.
Perfect.
Icky.
Dagobah, I assume.
Rancor.
Teeth.
Revan.
Amazing.
KOTOR.
The best.
Okay, that's
That's
where we're
two
ending
words.
it.
Sorry. Perfect.
That's awesome. Awesome. I like it.
So, word association? I'm pissed I didn't come up with something more awesome for K2.
You should try out for $10,000 Pyramid. Have you ever watched that show?
Is it the one where you try
It's-
to give
it's
them a
catchphrase.
guess, like
Yeah,
a name, and you
it's
have to give it a hint?
So, by the way, Biff Sticks, we have Star Wars catchphrase. So,
It's over there.
it's right there.
It's behind the pops.
So that will be something we're going to be filming, but we can't do it with just us two. We need a mediator, because obviously,
We'll start fucking
if
fighting
I'm
each
trying to
other.
win, he's just going to try to sabotage it and lose. So, because he's a fuck. Well,
It's true.
anything else going on? What time is it? Have you seen the Yoda lip sync video song? Yeah, you know what? Those guys are amazing.
It's just the one guy.
And I think it's two.
I think it started with just one guy,
The bad lip sync guy?
and he's added people in. I mean, Jack
Oh, okay.
Black is in the Star Wars one as
Oh,
Darth
yeah.
Vader.
Yeah, yeah,
you know?
yeah.
As he got more famous, I think he's incredibly talented and really funny. But I hate all the songs.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved his actual lip syncs. The NFL one is one of my favorites. Hot soup, where they got it. But as soon as he goes into like song and dance stuff, I don't like it. I tune out.
Seagulls. Stop it now. Dude. It's all good. It's all funny, but I agree. I lose it a little bit when it starts going in and getting into song and dance. Now, with
Where
that
my
said,
Funyuns at?
with that said, I am quite possibly maybe writing a R2D2 rap where he talks mad shit to every other character.
Bloop, bloop.
Dude, it's fucking. Well, I'm gonna have to have someone be C3PO and translate. Beep 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 beep. He said, "Fuck you, Darth." But I am actually writing an R2D2 rap, and I really want to make that a big video.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I've got lyrics, man.
Let's do it. Kerner said, Showdown of the Week, Anakin versus Darth Maul.
Are you fucking kidding
Kerner,
me?
before we can talk about this, which Anakin and which Darth Maul are you talking about, man?
Well, specifically, it doesn't matter. So,
Specifically, Anakin. Of course,
Anakin.
rough and it gets everywhere.
Anakin Organa, right? Because he took his wife's name.
He took his mom's name. His daughter's name. He took his daughter's name.
Wouldn't that just be dubstep?
Maybe.
I'm hammered. I don't know what to talk about.
Pissed.
Sand got in my eyes.
This was episode 93.
93.
Do you think we can... All right, so we got 6, 7, 8, 9,
7.
10. Can we record 5 episodes in 14 days?
No.
Pissed.
I'll be gone this weekend, so there goes 10 days. It's a long weekend.
How long are fucking weekends in Cleveland?
MCR2. No, MCD2. Ooh, I like it. MCR2? MCD2. MCR2. I like MCR2.
Anakin, baby Anakin versus Maul's top half.
Anakin.
He's the only human who could do it.
Now, if it was against Maul's bottom half, Maul's bottom half.
Just fucking kick the shit out of him. God damn it! Child!
Child.
Oh, man.
I can't
Kurt's
handle
trying to actually be serious. Episode 2 Anakin versus episode 1 Maul.
I can't. Episode 2 Anakin again. No. Even.
Yes. Anakin.
I'd say Maul.
Think about this
He's
logic.
too confused
Think
at
about
that
this
point.
logic, though. Obi-Wan beats Maul in 1. Obi-Wan gets taken out by Dooku in episode 2 in a matter of seconds. And Anakin holds his own.
Listen to this, though.
Anakin.
Dak versus the episode 6 tit bitch.
Her tit pops out, so her.
No, the 6 tit girl.
The 6. I thought he said 6 like episode 6.
I said that.
You
but
said episode 6. Come on, man.
6 tit bitch. Biatch.
I picked Jabba.
I'd pick her left middle
I
tit.
picked Max Rebo.
Max
and by the way, they made a Max Rebo pop. And you
Did
need
they
it.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
I just saw it for the first time today. You need it. So that's it, man. Episode
Interesting.
90 fucking 3.
First word, Death Star.
Yes.
That's it.
I'm over it. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore.
Dude.
I wasn't in the mindset. I got there
I just
after a
can't-
while. Those games are hard.
I still.
You seem triggered.
For
What's
how
wrong?
for how okay I am with episode 7, the fact that it's another fucking Death Star, and it's another fucking trench run, and it's another fucking little ship X-wing that blows up the fuck. It's just, you know what? I am more and more. I love the movie. The movie's a great movie. And it's an introduction movie. I get it. You're tying things together, but there's so much. And if you watch it, we should redo our episode 7 commentary because the more and more I watch it, it's like the exact what are the quasars, the crazy octopus things, thrashers, Rathtars. When they're running from the Rathtars, Han and Chewie get to this door and they look through it and there's the Falcon and like Death Star anyone looking through the door, there's the Falcon. I mean, it was like the exact shot.
Yeah, I mean, I get that, but at the same, like, the characters are what make Force Awakens.
At least it had trees and snow because
That's
that
true.
makes it. It's okay. So it's an Ohio Death Star.
Force Awakens had characters.
Forest Awakens.
Forrest Whitaker Awakens.
Gump.
Had,
Gump.
It had great characters, great origins of characters, and a great story.
No, it was.
I know Rey's kind of like Luke on Tatooine, but she's actually not because she doesn't have a fucking family at all. She's
she's
got
a
fat
badass.
portions, and she's a badass. And Luke's whining about power converters, and Rey's busy out fucking force persuading people and killing people with her fucking staff. And holding her own against fucking Ben Solo.
Idaho says the whole, quote, paying tribute bullshit Abram keeps saying is retarded. He just remade the plain old... Look, but listen, even if that's 1,000% true, it's still a good movie. It's better than 4.
It's better than 4.
It was 4 well done. We didn't have power convert, and we didn't have... Wow. Just think about it, though. Just completely say it's 4 redone. Still better movie.
The funny thing is that whenever I hear people shit on 7, their only argument is that it was just like 4.
Yeah.
Do you
I've
have any
never heard
argument for it being a bad movie other than it was just like 4?
Kylo's a bitch because he's an clearly untrained bitch.
Oh, he has a character direction and emotions? Oh, I'm pissed. We have somewhere to see the character go? Oh, I'm pissed about that.
Biff Sticks, you have so much to learn.
Biff.
Come on, man. There was 1. If you talk about
Don't
Finn,
even.
that's ridiculous.
Don't.
Come on, man. Step up.
Stop. That's not worth. No.
Not worth it.
Anyways.
Just get better as a human.
Redoing the episode 7 commentary sounds good. I think it's a good plan.
It also
Because we
sounds
did it
bad.
kind of in end of April. So the Blu-ray had been out for like 2-3 weeks. It was still kind of fresh. It's been over a year and a half now. So actually over a year now. So
You know, I still don't own that movie.
why?
Because Butterclone has it.
Well, that makes sense. Biff Sticks says sorry. It's okay, man.
Not in this universe. Galaxy.
All right.
Where are we? Well, today's beer review was brought to you by Golden Road Brewing. Wolf Among Weeds IPA, made in La. It was 2 out of 3 stars. It was decent, and it is drinkable.
It was more than decent. It was good.
You know what's funny is after you said it was drinkable, this is the first time you drank just as slow as I did. Usually you drink a lot quicker during the podcast. And you said it was...
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, you said it was very drinkable, but this is the first time you haven't like easily outdrank me because I try to watch what the fuck I do. You must be in the expanded universe. I don't know.
Biff, we can have a whole combo about episode 7 some other time. I'm willing to do that after I sober up and watch it again.
That's never gonna happen.
Piss! All right, guys. Episode 93. If you want to catch us on social media, everything is at Rogue Squad Pod. We got Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Snapchat, anything else you can think of. And if we're not on it, let us know. Maybe we will be. We are also part of the Star Wars Commonwealth. On Twitter, you can search up hashtag SW Commonwealth and SWC Pod. Got a few Star Wars podcasts that are all in the mix, doing awesome things, talking shit, and
Whoa. We don't-
mainly us talking shit.
We're the only one that ever talks mad
Fuck
shit.
everything, and you can listen to them. It'll be it'll be great.
Thanks for tuning in, Scrotum.
Who's the scrotum?
Scrotum.
All right, Jeff.
Idaho Scrotum.
Bye from Idaho. Hey, thank you for tuning in, Moscow, man. We love you.
Moscow, Idaho.
He lied to us the whole time.
What do you
I'm
mean?
from Moscow. I'm 7.
No,
I
he
love
said
it, though.
his original thing was Moscow ID, and I thought that was just like, I'm from Moscow. Yeah.
I was waiting for him to give us his ID number.
All right.
Thanks, guys. We love you.
Peace. Episode 900. May the force be with you, and also with you.
Master.
Pissed. All right, guys. We are done recording. Tired as a bat out of shit. Ugh.
Sticks Biff.
Biff Sticks.
I'll be on Twitter in a few seconds if you want to talk. I think I'm probably going to watch Force Awakens.
Did you guys see that?
I don't
hope
think it
you
was on
caught that.
camera. I don't think it was on camera.
This came flying at us with the forced West Side.
Dude, I was listening to episodes from when we were at the house.
So, where you guys? How did you guys tune in? Have you been listening, or who the? Oh, you just missed. Who's the last one? That's not Biff.
Peist.
Peist.
Did either of you pick up Battlefront? Yeah, we've been talking about that on a few episodes. It still sucks ass.
It's fun. It's fun to play. It's not as good as episode 2. It's not as fun.
No.
Continue to entertain me. Do it. No, we're done. We're done recording tonight. So, but yeah, we can chat for a second. Actually, I'm done. Pissed. Whoop, 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 whoop. Didn't see what?
I touched about Battlefront. It held up. It's not that good. It's dumbed down for people that aren't into video games. It's not a shooter. It's a fucking generic Star Wars game with guns.
You almost said genitalia.
Genitalia game with guns. It's a genitalia guns.
Descrotum. He's 7 and has
It's
a
a
wife.
genital gun game. I don't know how else to
7-year-olds
say
have
it.
wives
What else to say?
in Idaho, Moscow.
Scrotum says that his wife is watching TV.
She's watching us on
No,
TV?
you asked how you found us. You found us on Twitch?
Oh, okay.
Or you found us on Instagram? Or
We do play Battlefield 1. I play Battlefield 1. We're more on
Not
Battlefield
really.
4.
Battlefield 4. Yeah, you can find us online playing Battlefield 4 and Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Those are the two main things.
Xbox One we play on
Xbox
Xbox.
One, yeah. Commander Cody 01.
Mopar Melton.
Mopar Melton. You can add us on Xbox. Kerner says, why isn't Erica Fett sitting between you guys?
I thought he was going to say sitting somewhere else.
Well, she's probably busy modeling and being famous. So
The wives would be pissed. The wives.
Well, Scrota, what app did you find our show on? Tell us. What podcast app did you find our show?
Fucking podcast.
Fuck this cable, bitch. Podcast Addict. Okay, cool.
I've never heard of it.
Did you search Star Wars or were you just scrolling through some bullshit or
You searched up assholes.com.
drunk idiots? Done.
Smoke Show Alliance.
Kerner's pissed. She's actually going to be on Nina's show soon. Maybe we could do a combo. Not going to happen. Search Star Wars. That's good.
That's good to
That's
know.
good. Sweet. What was your gamer tag again? Commander Cody 01.
Mopar Melton. Nothing. It's just all Mopar Melton, one word.
Yeah.
MOPARMELTON. Got it.
You should bring your woman on.
No.
No.
Be terrible.
No.
Terrible conversation.
She's only seen Rogue One and Force Awakens, so it wouldn't work. Steve Gummy Worm. All right, well, add us and we'll look out for you.
Steve Gummyworm. Gamer tag.
Your name's not Moscow Scrotum, Idaho?
I have a wife watching TV. / yes. No, we play mostly Battlefield 4. We play a lot of Mass Effect 3 multiplayer.
Multiplayer.
I might actually.
Skyrim,
I
KOTOR.
might boot that up tonight. I'm down for gaming for like a half hour.
I was going to go watch Force Awakens and yell at people on Twitter.
It's Poon Slayer.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
Hammered pissed.
All right, you fucks.
All right. It's Wednesday. Go
We
to bed.
recorded 2 episodes tonight, so you should be proud of us.
Yeah.
Marpro's got to go to bed.
Marvin.
You just said you were tired. You're trying to play Mass Effect tonight. Each match is
I'm
like
really
30
fucking
minutes.
It's
You're
not
going.
fun, though.
You're going right
I
to
got
bed.
My set.
We'll play this weekend.
My gamer tag is blind. Blind.
Well, add us, and if I recognize it, I'll say yes. Do you see him goddamn harmonizing with himself?
Okay, see you later. It's only 7 here. It's 7 p.m.
I thought it was 8. You're on Mountain Time, right? Idaho's Mountain Time.
I don't know.
Idaho. Idaho. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're not already, you can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Android, Podcast Addict, all those other podcast apps, and check it out. and listen to the episode. 92 will probably be Baby Space Smash Mo. I can't talk.
So are
What?
these guys on? They're on Twitch right now, right?
Yeah, the little purple one is on Twitch, and the heart is on YouTube.
So you guys
So Kurt
can,
is on YouTube.
so you guys can also follow us on YouTube. Biggest thing is if we go live on. Well, they both.
You probably get a notification too, yeah.
But
But
It's the
YouTube will
same
pop
shit.
up right the fuck on your phone. Idaho specific. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was mountain time. Cool.
interesting.
Hey,
It's 4 a.m. over here.
go the fuck to sleep, man. Jesus Christ.
Are you still over here from the Netherlands?
We
is
love
he?
you. Sounds like it.
Oh my God, we
We
got
love you.
Netherlands to Idaho. This is hammered pissed. All right, guys,
Thank you.
we are done. Tune in next week.
Tickle, man.
Oh, Tiggleman's back again with a vengeance. Hey, next week, same thing. Wednesday at 8.
8 p.m. Eastern.
YouTube tells you. So does Twitch, though. If you didn't know, Jason. Yeah. So, good night, good luck, and good day.